My name is Jean Reynolds. We're at 10 Ranch.
My name is Susan Seifert. I'm also at 10 Ranch. Jean and I are sisters, and we both have property adjoining each other out here about 30 miles outside of town where there aren't any utilities. We have 2 old ranch houses that we're in the process of renovating. Our goal is to have a small retreat out here.
And we wanted a place where the whole family would come and get together and enjoy each other outside the city. Interviewed us on what we wanted to do, and then they created the system for us. We used to use generators to provide the electricity, and that's a hassle. It's noisy. You have to have the gasoline, and I don't like dealing with the gasoline, and I always had problems getting the generator started. So that was another reason to get the solar energy. We're using ours for light and just generally in the travel trailers that we have. We use the 220 power to the RVs, so it would just be the same as in an RV park. But we also have outdoor lighting, and we have outside outlets for the use of whatever power tools we need. We have batteries that are connected to the solar panels, and it runs off those batteries.
Through an inverter.
Through an inverter. I lost the inverter again.
We have a matching rebate in our county that if we put in solar, they will match the funds. So for us, knowing that we were going to have a number of buildings on the property, we went for the full amount that we could have for commercial. And so we have 4 large panels that feed into 32 batteries. And of course the inverter then makes the power available to the 2 existing houses. So we're not using anywhere near the amount of electricity that is generated right now. But it is sufficient to run any power tool. And when we have everything fully going with our appliances and freezers and things like that, we don't have any problem with continuous electrical service. We have been very happy about the service. They were very good about the setup and hearing what we had need of and what our future plans were, so that we didn't have to come back in and reconfigure. We opted to go with the flat panels. We wanted to put as much money as we could into the panels for generating the most electricity, and the tracker units were more expensive. And we have been very pleased with the fixed system. It's provided everything that we had need of. This is our 1,500-gallon water tank. The solar unit that pumps the water out feeds it into this tank for storage, and then from here it runs down into that on-demand pump and then is pumped with good water pressure into the houses. As you can see, this is a normal house kitchen. We have everything operating on the solar. We have a refrigerator and freezer. And we use a microwave here. I've got my power tools for the kitchen that plug in, and we run things all simultaneously, and we don't have any problems. We've got a fan going as well. We've got fans throughout the house. We're in the process of putting an air conditioning unit on, which will be operating off of the solar as well. I think it's important to know that if you're in an area that doesn't have any electricity, your options are for any kind of energy are usually propane, gas generators, or solar. We considered the wind power because we have wind here on the property, but it's unreliable. And so we felt it was better to go with a larger quantity of panels and batteries, so that we knew that if we had a few days of rainy weather, we were still going to have the electricity. Plus, we don't have any high towers on the property that obstruct the view. Well, I know my stuff, but the service that we got was really great. They came out, ran us through the system again on 2 different times over the 2 years that we've had it, and we were really pleased with that, because they in no way made us feel like this was not a service that they were willing to provide. They were very courteous and informative each time, and they made it seem like it was the appropriate thing that they do as part of their service, and we were very pleased with that.
Everything went very smoothly. We haven't had any problems with sufficient power. There's been more than enough. It's been easy to maintain. The service has been good, and they made it very easy.
We were very fortunate on our property that's in town. We used a solar panel for pumping the water into our pastures, and that was our first contact with them. So when we bought this property and wanted to develop it, it was natural for us to go back to them, because their service had been so good. I think it sets you free to have the lifestyle that you want in an area that normally wouldn't allow for that. It's just a much easier way to go.
We had 2 reasons. One was Susan's experience, and then we always try to deal with local people. I think it's really important for our local economy, and when you have a good recommendation from someone locally, that's important. It turned out to be a great experience. We're really pleased.
We look really good.
Yeah.